Hi family, I am your favorite colon hydrotherapist, and I am also the educational director for the Global Professional Association for Colon Therapy and Therapists. Some practitioners have asked, why would I take a clinical applications for Yoni steaming for a colon therapist? Well, here is a prime example. This morning I had a client come into my clinic, and I hadn't seen her in a while. She's been a client of mine, I want to say for about probably 8 years now. And so oftentimes when clients have not been into my office in a while, or they haven't worked with me in a while, I always stop and say, let's do an update. Update me on everything that has happened to you. Has your digestive health and wellness changed? Have you had any organs removed? Have you had any surgeries? Have you given birth? Have you had any relationship shifts? Like, did someone pass away in your family recently? Did someone give birth recently? Are you a caretaker? Just looking at, relationships. Are you divorced now? Are you married now? Are you single now? Like, what's happening in your world? How's work going? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because as you know, as a colon therapist, all of those points play a huge role in how your digestion tends to show up. Literally. So I want to get an idea and a synopsis on what's happening in her world and why is her body digesting the way it is digesting. And then she said this. Oh, by the way, Mo, I also have a very large fibroid. I am already scheduled for surgery to remove it because it is completely wreaking havoc on my hormones and I'm unable to poop daily. Ding, 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 ding. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I said, when was your last bowel movement? She started going through her cell phone. She's like, I have to write it down. 24 hours without having a bowel movement is way too much for my personal taste. Oh, she's like, oh yeah, it's been weeks. Then she shows me, I should have had her send it. I can have her send it to me and I can post it with her consent. She showed me the x-ray of where the fibroid is in her uterus, her colon. It was an image from the side view. So you can see her colon, her bladder, her uterus, fallopian tubes, ovaries. You can see it all, right? There's a little bug in here. You can see it all. Her colon looked like shoestrings. It was pushed up against her navel, actually, like in an upward push like that, because the uterus sits underneath kind of low in the front. So if there's a fibroid sitting in the uterus, it's going to push the colon up and forward underneath the navel. And then her bladder was pushed all the way down, and you can literally see it. It was smashed. So the bladder kind of sits up like that. Hers was smashed. It was literally flat, like a little black, pouch, flat pouch. So I started naming the organs, and she's like, yeah, that's that, that's that. And I was like, I know what that is. I look at x-rays all the time. I'm very aware of what and how our body should be looking. It was unbelievable that her doctors allowed her to walk out after seeing her x-ray. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So to make a long story short, I shifted our appointment. So instead of her just receiving a colon therapy session, I gifted her a Yoni steam session because, number one, she's completely oblivious to why this would work because nobody has mentioned Yoni steaming ever before to her. And she has a fibroid literally this big. Literally. To the point when she was laying on her side, I actually saw the protrusion from her lower back. That's how big this fibroid is. So I gifted her a Yoni steam prior to her colon therapy session. And I chose herbs that were very nourishing and green in nature and just nourishing and soft, just to kind of, calm her system down, to calm the nervous system down, move her out of fight or flight and move her into rest and digest, to increase circulation, to decrease stagnant tissues and holding. We want to increase circulation and increase movement. So she sat on the Yoni steam for about 20 minutes. And she said, Mo, this is the best I've felt in a very long time. In between me moving her from the Yoni steam seat to the colon therapy session, she went to the restroom. She said her bladder was full. Well, her bladder definitely was the first organ to be stimulated, because remember, it's pushed all the way down to the bottom of her cavity and it's flat because the fibroid is sitting on top of it. And then the colon is pushed up in the corner like this. So when steam starts moving through a channel like that, everything starts softening and rearranging. So she goes to the restroom and she's in there for quite some time, and she has a full bowel movement. She comes out of the restroom and she has this look on her face like she just saw God. And I said, yeah, no worries. Come on in to the colon therapy session. I laid her down on the table and then I covered her with a weighted blanket. And I allowed her just to be in her own sacred space for about 10 minutes before I started the colonic. So for 10 minutes, I closed the door, turned the lights off. I just had a red light on her. Very easy and gentle. And she had the weighted blanket on her and she just rested. The body reset. The body softened. The body is relaxing. The body is not on defense. So by the time I came back in to administer the colon therapy session, she's so relaxed and gentle. The speculum slid right in. The water is doing her thing. And then it gently moved out. A lot of air. A lot of air. Oh my God. I got so much air out of this young lady's body. Followed by mucus, followed by fecal matter, of course. We do a complete 45-minute session on the table. She goes to the restroom after her Yoni steam and colon therapy session, and I can hear the body opening and letting go. I can hear it. So she comes out of the restroom, and she doesn't say anything. And I meet her right at the door because I can see her meet them right at the door. And so I just stood there and I asked, how are you? How's your heart space? And she just walked to me and she just gave me a hug. She just hugged me and we just stood in the hallway and we just rocked, and I hugged her and rocked and hugged. She never said anything. You don't have to say anything. She goes into the treatment room. She gets dressed. She's in there for a moment. I take her a cup of water because I know that she needs some water. I know that she's processing what just happened. So she's been going all these years with no help. No help. Nobody has been helping her. Not one professional has helped her. And she's scheduled for surgery. She comes in for one appointment and she walks out with complete gentleness. She's comfortable. Her body is not stressed out, and she can clearly see what her next step needs to be. Now she can make decisions about if she should keep her surgery or not. Now she can sit and think about, well, if I have this tool now and I start implementing this tool now, maybe I don't have to have the surgery and be cut on because I'm working a different program. Now that I have access to Dr. Mo and I'm keeping my colon open and keeping the 5 channels of elimination open, which are the colon, the kidneys, the lungs, the skin, and then the 5th for women is our uterus, maybe I don't have to have a surgery. This is why GPACT offers the clinical applications for Yoni steaming, because it makes a huge difference. Huge difference. Even if the woman doesn't have any uterus, womb, fibroid challenges or anything like that, the fact that it still opens up and softens the nervous system should be more than enough to say, yes, I want to offer that to my clients. It's a complete emotional reset prior to the colon therapy session. You're literally pre-warming the body for the colon therapy session. It's such an amazing tool. Once my client came to the front, she's like, sign me up, Mo, for, the colonic and the Yoni steam special, because I have a special for that. She's like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. She's like, here's my credit card, charge it, let's do it. And I said, all right. This is what GPACT can offer you and your clients and your business. If you would like to go deeper, visit gpact.net, GPACT.net. You can also give us a call at 412-318-2136. You can also contact me directly if you would like me to answer any of your personal questions in regards to Yoni steaming or the educational pathway for colon therapists. My direct number is 562-682-0818. Until then, stay magical.